G'day and thanks for watching. For this week's character drawing, I wanted to revisit an old thumbnail that I made for a chicken shop commission. That commission went in a different direction, much more chicken shop appropriate, but I always liked this thumbnail of what I imagined was a married couple running a fried chicken business. So the finished line work here is pretty much identical to the original thumbnail. I basically just cleaned it up, saved myself a ton of time at the concepting stage. And now, as usual, I'll slap down some values to get a feel for the different contrasts between the two characters. Usually the flat colors are a nightmare for me given how incompetent I am at matching or seeing color correctly. But in this case, it's actually pretty simple to identify the types of colors that would be used on a chicken shop uniform or a chicken costume. So the flat colors are pretty decent. And it would make sense now to do the shading on top because that's what I've done with all my other character drawing. However, in line with my mission to create more interesting dynamic story drawings, I actually want to put these characters into an environment and then light it all at the same time. So the first background that I tried to create didn't turn out too well. I had a really nice reference image for this background, but unfortunately I just couldn't paint it well. And the more I tried to paint in the details, the more frustrated I became. I also couldn't help feeling that these characters would just look better pasted on top of the reference image rather than me trying to recreate it exactly but making it ultimately worse. And if that was the case, what was even the point? Kind of a depressing outlook, I know, but things get better from here. So with my frustration mounting, I thought to myself, well, I've used AI for backgrounds before, why not give it a crack? This is a bit of a double-edged sword for me because although I might end up with something that looks quite nice, I do have to live with the shame of taking the easy way out. As it turns out, I don't have to worry too much about that shame, but I'm getting ahead of myself. The AI-generated fried chicken trucks were pretty average. They were twisted and broken, the wheels were jutting off in all different directions, and I'm pretty sure that the AI just stuck photorealistic fried chicken onto various parts of the truck at what seemed like complete random. But underneath these flaws, there was a pretty cool concept. I really liked the fried chicken on top of the truck and the fact that it was kind of like a camper truck as opposed to a regular old food van. So it was up to me to dust off the old perspective knowledge and try and construct something that could fool someone into thinking I knew how to draw a truck. And after the comments that I made about the AI art generator's wheels, it's just lucky for me that the AI can't clap back. I think this two-tone version looks pretty good. And this is where I scribbled in some cute little graphic chickens. Sorry, no animations on these ones. I added the animation to that first chicken much later in the video making process. And now I want to apply a multiply layer to the whole scene, indicating the light source. I always like it at this stage before I've had a chance to gum it up with any poor color picking decisions. There's not a whole lot of logic to the lines running across the ground and in the background behind the van. They're all kind of just graphic design elements intended to add interest and hopefully draw your eye back towards the two focal characters. The ground ones at least show a plane and sort of indicate where the horizon might be. Okay, time for inspirational coloring music. So here I actually reused assets from two old drawings. The first was the tentacles coming out of the window from this picture. I thought it was kind of cool, but it's also a little bit thematically incongruous. The second was just the smoke coming out of the back of the van, which I borrowed from this picture, although I resized and recolored it, so it's probably not obvious. I tried to tidy up the characters here, fix some small anatomical mistakes, and attempted some more robust shading. Honestly, the difference was marginal, and I'm not sure how much of an impact it actually had. This is the final stretch for this version of the drawing, and I'm basically just adding all of the final effects that make the image come together in my opinion. So I add some more transparent smoke, extra lighting, and some weird cosmic orbs that I'm honestly not sure if they work or not. I was just trying to fill up that negative space where nothing seems to be happening. And I'll call this version finished. And I have unintentionally turned this version into a very cosmic looking picture. So I've tacked on one last version at the end here to see how my background stacks up against the AI. I also took the AI generated chicken shop and had a crack at implementing that as a background. This was super cool because obviously the AI background was very detailed but a little bit flawed. So there was still some work for me to do. Basically, I just chopped at it, cut and paste until I had it looking more like the outside of a building or structure, and then I had to stick my characters in and color them with the correct lighting. This was pretty simple because it just required me to grab the shading color from the AI image, basically a dark purple, and apply that as a multiply layer. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I have a feeling that the background that I painfully constructed doesn't quite stack up against the one that I did at the last minute using the AI chicken shop, but you win some and you lose some. So let me know which you preferred, and thank you for watching.